patio tree. It's a full-grown topiary. I mean, and this is just a remarkable plant all the way around. I mean, the flowers on them, if you look, it just covers itself in hundreds of flower clusters, and each cluster has 20 or 30 flowers in it. So you just have literally thousands of flowers when it's in peak blooming season. The foliage is that dark green, and notice how it makes these pinks and yellows pop right out at you. They're coming right at you. This is my mom's favorite plant.
Nice.
So every year she gets 2 of these and flanks her entranceway so that the whole neighborhood can see.
Frames the door.
Come on
like
in.
it.
We welcome into this beautiful house.
Well, here's the situation. This is our relationship with Cottage Farms. We had asked them, begged them, to commit to growing 15,000 of these for our audience for this season.
Wow.
And you did. And because of it, we got a remarkable price on them. We can offer you this price while we have inventory. $44.32 for a patio tree, and we'll show them how it ships.
Yeah, we
Do I have
ship
my
samples
tree?
right here.
Here it is. How old is this plant, William?
So this represents about 3 years of horticulture and work.
So you started this process 3 years ago.
Exactly.
To ship it this spring.
You often don't see these as trees. You see them as either bushes or ground cover plants.
Yes.
So to get them to train, this had to be trained up year after year to put into the form where it now will form a topiary.
But it's already been winter hardy for 2 seasons.
For 2 whole seasons already. So once again, at Cottage Farms, we try to do the work so you can do the enjoyment. So we want you to have the enjoyment.
When I plant this, how long will it be before I can anticipate this?
This year, you're going to get the size and some of the flowers.
That's
now,
beautiful.
Next year, it'll fill out completely and be poof, poof, poof. This year alone, though, you're going to get about 3 more feet of height and flowers all over it. I grew one of these last year, and I can tell you, it is phenomenal. Not only from the fact that it looks good, but what it tracks and brings to the garden. There you see that color? That is truly how it looks on those lustrous leaves kind of jumping out at you like that. And the reason I grew it on my Chicago rooftop is because my rooftop looks similar to this. It's a bunch of brick and stone and glass. So I need something with some height to soften the eye. I need color and greenery at the eye level, and that's what you get. You're going to get plenty of swallowtails, monarchs, fritillaries. All these butterflies are going to come visit it because it has that tubular flower full of nectar down in there. So they're going to come right in. And
so this is like the buffet.
It's the buffet. It's the buffet.
They committed. And understand the relationship between Cottage Farms and QVC. This started 3 years ago. They planted these 3 years in the past. 15,000 of them. We now have less than 1,700 that are left. We started our Cottage Farm season about 2 weeks ago. That tells you how popular these are. People buy them in pairs for the same reason that your mother does. On the front porch, you flank the doorway, or an entranceway, or you put one on one side of the patio and one on the other. And year after year after year, you are blessed with this beautiful look. And they don't go crazy.
They don't go crazy.
They tend to, they'll fill out, but they don't grow to the point where they get too big and too leggy and
easy maintenance on these guys. It's very easy maintenance. Everything comes right here in the guide. Of course, you guys are very familiar with our guides now, but everything is inside of that. So, you know, it's very easy maintenance. What I really love about them, though, is that they bloom so early and they bloom throughout the whole season. Sometimes people say, how can that possibly be? I want to show you this. I want to cup this close so you can see it on there. You see that, Dan?
Oh, you've got little buds already.
We got buds, so it's going to show up. And this is exactly how mine showed up last year. With buds already on it. So even before it reaches its full height, it's blooming.
It's ready.
It's blooming.
These plants are like we are. We are so ready for spring. You will not find these at your garden centers, or if you can find even something that sounds similar, you're going to pay a lot more for it than $44.32.
An awful lot. Now look at these. I love the pictures because they show exactly how they can use and what they do. Look at, I mean, the butterflies will visit. That is the perfect placement right next to the door where you can see the butterflies, you can get the fragrance on it. It's just, that's just where it should be. And it also softens that wall. Imagine that wall with nothing up there. It would just, it would dominate the scene. But having something at that 5 to 6 foot level, at the eye level, where you can see it, it really makes a difference. So for me, this is you got to have this one. You know,
Yes.
we have a great lineup today. You got to get one of these in that lineup because it brings your eye up.
And
it gives
our
you something
audience
else to
understands
see.
it.
Yes.
The whole idea of vertical gardening is something that more and more people are starting to truly grasp. 15,000 of these were grown. Cottage Farms doesn't. You can't throw ingredients in a hopper and pop a plant out the other end. There's a little bit of Mother Nature and,
there is.
love going on there.
Yes, there
They
is.
committed to this project 3 years ago and said that for the spring of 2015, we will have 15,000 of these patio trees ready for your audience.
Yep.
That was a couple weeks ago that we went on the air with them. 15,000 in the inventory. We now have 1,500.
Going fast. Mom, you better order your 2.
And then they are gone, and they are gone until next year.
Right.
And this color combination, it's that beautiful pink and that bright poppy yellow blended together.
It's sun-kissed. It really is. It has that wonderful look. And also the foliage is aromatic. You rub that foliage and smell it, and the one thing that means is nothing's going to eat it. So we said put these close to the house so you can see them, but you could also put them at the end of the property because nothing's going to eat them, not even deer.
William, you know what? I didn't know about the foliage because I was looking at it and went, they look a lot like a mint leaf, and yet they have a similar fragrance.
Similar
like
fragrance.
When you rub it.
Similar fragrance. So right there you see it once again at the perfect placement right by the door so you can get the aromatic smell of the foliage, you can see all the butterflies and that beautiful scene right out there.
It's perfect. This is such a great example of what you do so well at a remarkable price to our audience. The sun-kissed rose patio tree, $44.32. But while supplies last, there are less than 1,500 of you across the nation that can take advantage of this before they are completely sold out. Now, we started off with some other great roses. And here they are at $39.96. You're going to get 3 different varieties of not just roses, but Cottage Farm roses. And we have them at a price that you will love.